I must say I'm hype. Antoine is in the building today on Pep Talk. He stopped by, ladies and gentlemen. My boy Antoine is in the building today on Pep Talk. He came to kick it with your boy D-Molay. I must say, I am hyped. What's up, my guy? What's going on?
Hey, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Hey,
good, man. All is good.
You're doing better than good, I must say, man. You got that hit single, man. I must say that's bumping everywhere. Sirius XM is playing it. I mean, it is. Lose It All, man. I must say, man, when I first heard it, I said, man, I got to have this in my playlist.
yeah, you do. You and all your friends, too.
I love it. I definitely do have it in my playlist. But before we get into all that greatness that you got, let everybody know where you're from, man. Tell the people where Antoine is from.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you asked, man. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, man. The 216, bro.
Okay, 216.
Yeah, man. I'm from a near east side suburb called Cleveland Heights, actually.
Okay, you were born and raised out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What is Cleveland reaction to you as an artist? How are they responding to you as an artist?
Hey, man, that's a great question. That's a great question. And honestly, man, it's a loaded answer. So, I don't know if you're trying to be here all day and all night.
Hey, we pep talking it, man. We here, baby. We here.
Yeah. But look, man, I'll put it like this. I started doing like open mics and stuff like that in Cleveland when I was like just getting out of like high school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was a lot of love at that time. In the city.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit competitive, but it was a lot of love, man. I think that like the creative community, we all kind of were just happy to be showcasing our art together and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I hit the road, man, and did a little traveling with Kim and Anthony Hamilton and a couple other acts, man. And believe it or not, man, I don't really know. Well, at that time, I didn't really know. I didn't have a pulse on kind of like if everything I was doing was getting back to the city. You know what I'm saying? Because Cleveland is one of those markets where it's just like you got people in Cleveland that have never left there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And who don't really know what's going on outside of there. You know what I mean? So for the people that like, had BET or had Sirius XM, Music Choice, things like that. Those people that were in the city, man, obviously, man, they were really proud, man. Showed a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done some shows in the city and had some pretty good turnouts too. So, but I think it's quite a few people in Cleveland that's messing with what I'm doing, man. That actually know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I must say, if the ones that are not messing, they better get on board, man, because you're blowing everything away. Like I said, I hear the song "Lose It All," and I've been paying attention to a lot of your stuff that you've been doing. The radar is up for you, man. The people are really, really responsive to the new single "Lose It All." I must say, I love that. Can you tell us about the new hit single that you got, Lose It All? Talk to us about that, how you came up with the concept and the song. We're going to play the song in a minute, but talk to us more about Lose It All, man. What's the title? Why the title?
Yeah, so Lose It All, the reason I called it Lose It All was not necessarily because I had lost something, you know.
Right.
It was more so like from a standpoint of like the idea that you could lose something that's really important and near and dear to you. You know, like if you're not careful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you listen to the record, it's a part where it says, even though it hurts, I'll get to it first. I don't want to wait for too long. Yeah, so it's a part where it's like, you know, I don't want to wait for too long because we might lose it all.
Right.
It really talks about like your ego and how like sometime if you're in a relationship with somebody, your ego could take over, and if you're not careful, that'll be the reason why you lose everything. So, you know, it's like it's okay. We all have an ego. We all got to manage that and maintain that and keep it in check. But we got to be aware that, like, when it comes to those people and things that are important to us, you know, you don't want to stay in that egotistical moment too long, because you might lose everything you work hard for. You know what I mean?
That's deep. That's deep. You got some key players in this video, I must say. You got an actor. What's her name? Tell us the actor that you have that's playing in the video.
Yeah, definitely, man. So the leading lady actually spent, you know, years on Broadway doing like Lion King and things like that. And her name is Erin.
Erin. Okay.
And you know, Erin lives out here in LA, and she did a phenomenal job, man. And I mean, at certain points in the video, like I really felt like she was mad at me, you know, personally. You know what I mean? Like it was a point on set, man, where she like, I don't know if you see in the video, but it's like a point where we coming out the house and she like give me a little arm to the chest, and I had to stay in character. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, why you hit me like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, she did a phenomenal job, man. You know, I think we had, you know, some good chemistry on screen. You know, and that's the thing, like for me, like when I do a video, I always try to get with the talent ahead of time.
Right.
Just to make sure, you know, that there's some chemistry that's gonna actually translate.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, so it was a great video, man. Even for Dalise Vera, who was also one of the co-stars in the video. You know, she did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
It was just great all the way around, man. The treatment, you know, everything was great, you know.
Yeah, I love it. Speak about treatment, man. I love the fact that you touched base on COVID. She was mad at you about the whole catching COVID, right? Am I right or wrong? In the video, you got a text. Why did you want to put that in the video? Talk to us about that.
Well, listen, man. I can't take credit for that, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So,
okay.
When I got out to LA, I met a guy by the name of Lonnie Payne, and Lonnie hit me up and he said, "Hey, man, you know, this Lose It All song is hot, man." He was like, "You know, you got a video for it yet? If you don't, I want to send you some treatments to see what you think." So, you know, he sent me a couple treatments, and this was one that we ended up going with. Cause I was like, man, this is kind of cool, because even though we didn't know like how long COVID was gonna be going on, you know, we thought that it was relevant, you know, subject matter, but it was a lot of symbolism in there, just in terms of like, hey, you know, risking something that you worked hard for. You know, all of that is like, you know, clear symbolism that is represented in a video, man, and it was executed, almost flawlessly, man. Like when that text message comes across, and and I'm in the shower,
yeah,
and I remember on some of the pre-production meetings we were talking about like, hey, we want this to be reminiscent of some of those like 90s R&B videos,
yeah,
the guys in the shower and the girl comes in and she's like, hey, what's going on? So that's kind of where that came from, man. So big up to Lonnie Payne, you know what I mean, 821 Palm Studio.
Oh yeah.
Excellent job.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big up to Lonnie Payne. We loved it. We definitely loved it. So, talk to us about, can you tell the listeners about your experience working with Scott? Can we talk about Scott, Jacob?
Yeah. So that's a great question, man. So Scott Jacoby and I met. We met in New York. I was working on a film at the time, and I was doing some music for a film, and one of the guys that I was doing the music for, he said, hey, a buddy of mine, he's a Grammy Award-winning producer and engineer, you mind if I invite him to the session? And I said, no, man, it's an open session. A friend of yours is a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had been working on the record for years, but as a artist, producer, writer, sometimes it's a little bit harder to turn the corner, at least for me, because you're wearing all the hats. So
yeah.
Sometimes it's just good to find somebody that you trust, that you can say, hey, I'm still going to produce the record, but I can't be behind the board and behind the piano at the same time.
Right.
So, you find somebody that you can trust, and, and you guys kind of work together and you power through it. And so we actually went to this great big studio in Connecticut called Power Station.
Ooh.
And we were kind of headed up there, and I had a playlist of like unreleased music that we were just listening to on the way up. And Scott goes, he said, hey man, like, what's up with this? I was like, yeah, well, I said, none of this is done yet, none of it's out. So we talked throughout the day, and on the way back to the city. He was like, man, if I wasn't interested, I wouldn't have asked.
Right.
And he said, man, I think we should work together on it. And, two of us put our heads together, man. A couple months later, I was on my way back to New York, had the band together. And it was amazing, man. It was beautiful, man. And, and at this point, man, it's an award-winning project, so, I'm super grateful for the opportunity to work together with Scott, and I hope that it's not the last time we work together. There'll be more in the future for sure. So big up to Scott Jacoby and Scott Jack Music for sure. Oh
yeah, definitely. Big up to Scott Jacoby, man. We love him. Listen, let's talk. I mean, Lose It All. Did you do all the? Well, I can't say all. Did you have your hands on the project as far as instrument? Because we see in the video, man, you holding the guitar. I know you play that guitar, man. Talk to us about that, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Believe it or not, man, I got my computer here. I might even be able to let you kind of hear like some of the earlier, like the shell of kind of Lose It All, and kind of like where it really came from. You know what I mean? Like,
I like that.
So like when I work on stuff, man, like I kind of just, whatever the first thing that comes, that I kind of just build on that. So with that song, I don't know if you noticed, the drums. The drums are really simple. Yeah. Very simple, and very, very loopy. You know what I'm saying? Although they are like live samples. It just got a very loopy, feel. Like it's got a program feel.
Right.
It's kind of like right in the middle of being like a program, but still kind of live feel. And so yeah, all I had was like the kick drum and the snare.
Wow.
I had like one bar, and that was just kind of how it started. And the next thing I got was there's a guitar in the song that's like dee dee da dee da.
Yes.
What's that thing? So now I have like, I got that part with the piano, or not piano, actually substituted that with a guitar.
Now is that you playing? That's you?
So I played it on yeah. So I played that part, but Johnny Funk, who's amazing guitarist that I worked with. A lot of people don't know I'm a music producer. I produce for clients as well, and so Johnny Funk is a guy I will always call, like, hey Johnny, man, I need guitars on this song. I need guitars on that song, whatever. So a lot of things that I played, Johnny played over, and then a lot of times what happened is, like, when you're playing something, it's your feel.
Right.
And a lot of times, like, nobody can play your feel. So, there are people who are guitar players, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you kind of, you kind of defer to them. Right. And then if they can't execute your vision, or if they say, hey man, what you did was great. Right. Then you keep it. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that happens a lot, to me. Like I don't consider myself like a guitar virtuoso, because I'm not. But I'm really good at what I do. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so, I do. So if I write it, I can play it. If you wrote it, it might take me a minute. Right. But there's a lot of guitars that you hear, and that's the great thing about this album, man. Like it's so me, but at the same time there's so many other contributions to the Everything album, just with other musicians. So a lot of the guitars you hear are me. A lot of the ones you hear are Johnny. Okay. It's just because I think like sometimes the references when you're coming up with a song, sometimes the references feel the best. Right. They don't always sound the best. Because you're trying to get the ideas out so fast. Sonically, you may not be doing all of the right things. Right. From an engineering standpoint, because you might just roll over in the middle of the night and be like, hey man, let me turn everything on and hurry up and get this idea out. But in that moment, it's kind of like where the essence of the song is. So sometimes you got to keep stuff like that. Yeah, I love that. Definitely love that. Now, when I'm hearing the guitar, you know what it gave me the feel of? I'm going to be honest with you. It gave me the feel of Purple Rain, Prince. I hear that. I don't know why I hear that, but I hear it, And I said, man, that's beautiful. You know what I mean? To be able to still hear history in the way you're playing right now in 2021, to hear that in the 80s, and when you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I hear that and I'm like, wow, this song is so fabulous, man. Talk to us about I appreciate that. bless you, bro. Bless your heart, man. Yes. Oh man, definitely. Talk to us about your writing. Matter of fact, let's talk about the title. You said the album. Is there a title of the album we have to look forward to? Yeah, so the album is called Everything. Everything. And okay. And the reason, there's a song called Everything, which is a guitar driven ballad.
Okay.
That's just like guitar vocal. But these days I really like playing it on piano. I don't know why. But everything is I call the album Everything because it's everything that I am in a way. You know, from a musical standpoint, you know, there's songs about, you know, joy and happiness. There's songs about you know, intense moments of just like I won't say uncertainty, but like of just like seeking clarity. You know, there are songs about, you know, having fun, getting drinks, going to the club, seeing a pretty girl. You know, there's songs that kind of represent every part of my journey up until this point.
I love it.
And I think that's part of the reason why, you know, I call the album Everything, because it's everything that I am at this point, you know.
Oh, love that. Love that. Now, on this album, do you have like more up-tempo? Because a lot of your songs are ballads. Like, you know, most of the time, I'd be like, yo, is he, you know, do he experience a lot of pain in relationships? Or are you the type of, that's led me to my next question. Are you the type of writer who takes the pain from a relationship and put it to the pen? Or you just, you know, is all this from experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the majority of the songs that I write are from true stories.
Okay.
The vast majority of the stuff that I write. You know, every once in a while, you know, these days I'm writing for film and TV and stuff like that. And, you know, you may get you know, information about a scene. Hey, this scene is like this. We're looking for this or whatever.
Right.
And so, you know, some of that stuff may not be from true stories, but you may draw from something that you're currently going through, and add that to whatever is being asked of you. But yeah, absolutely. I would say, you know, whether it was painful or not, I think it's just the truth of like kind of like where you are. And you can't really hide that. Like, I think for me, as a writer, the one thing that I notice about me, if I sit down and write something, I might say I'm about to write something about one thing, but the only thing that's going to come out is whatever I'm feeling. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be like, hey, I'm about to write a song about sunshine and rainbows. But if it's cloudy and stormy outside, and that's how I'm feeling, then that's what's going to end up coming out. And I'm gonna be like, when I get to the end of the song, I'm like, man, I thought this was supposed to be about sunshine and rainbows. You know?
Right. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I love that. I love that. Listen, talk to us. I mean, speaking of writing and speaking about accolades and dislike, what is it to be charting on Billboard, receiving the attention from MTV and BET, man? You charting right now. You're doing very well. Billboard is got you up there. Talk to us about that feeling. I know that's got to be an amazing feeling right now, going through your system and your mind right now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, without getting too deep about, you know, the business and everything, like, I think that anytime you get to look up and see your name next to your musical peers or people that you grew up listening to, you know, it's a feeling that's nothing short of amazing. I don't care who you are, and I don't care how you get there.
Yeah.
You know, you could have grinded your way there. You could have paid your way there. You could have, you know, met somebody at the bar one random night who knew somebody to get there. You know, and I think, like, when you talk about life and this journey that we're all on, man, I think that we all arrive, you know, at a destination, but our paths are different.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we all had the same joy, you know, when you get there. So the short of it is, man, when I look at the Billboard chart and I see my name up there with people I grew up listening to, it's amazing, man. But more than that, honestly, the greater joy for me is people like yourself or fans who say, when I look at the comments, on the video, and you can't make that up.
Yeah.
Like I don't pay for comments or likes or views or anything like that. So when you have a video and a song that's performing that well, and you're not injecting it with capital, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says something about the record, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that's the greater joy for me, is just that it's reaching people in their hearts, man. Like some of the stuff that people are saying about the song, it's just like, I mean, it's truly amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's truly amazing, and so yeah, I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for what's happening right now, man.
We're grateful for you, man, to be honest with you. If you just tuned in, man, Antoine Dunn is in the building on Pep Talk, kicking it with D. Mole. Antoine, can we let's play a little bit of Lose It All. Matter of fact, let's play Lose It All, and then we're gonna get into the old song that I love, Can't Forget. I love that song. We're going to play that. Yeah. And then we're going to come back on Pep Talk and kick it some more. And maybe we can get you to play a little bit of something on that piano that you got right there. If you just tuned in, Antoine got the keyboard there. Let's see if we can get him just give us a little snippet or something. I think that would be dope. Let's get into Lose It All. Antoine Dunn is in the building on Pep Talk.
Even though it hurts, I'll get to you first. I don't wanna wait for too long.
Oh man, I must say, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't hear it, you heard it here on Pep Talk, man. You want to say something, Antoine? What you got? What you want to say? Huh?
I'm a fan, man. I don't know. Like when I listen back to the stuff, I'm not even listening as like myself. You know?
Wow.
Like I'm listening like everybody else is, man. Cause I just love good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy though? What's really crazy is for you to say that. We done had Stokely. We had a lot of people that, that we really appreciate. Stokely, Ralph Tresvant, who come up on Pep Talk. And you're saying that as an artist, and they say the same thing too when they listen to they themselves. They're like, man, this is amazing. I love hearing myself, and I think that right there speaks volume to what you're saying right now. Like, I get it. I definitely get it. Yeah. You're a fan of yourself. And that's why you are able to put out good music like you do, because of what you just said, man. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. Listen, tell us, what's your writing process like? What do you need to write? Do you need to, when you're going into the studio, what do you need before you go in the studio? And when you get in, not before, but when you get in the studio, what do you need to set the mood?
I think the biggest thing is no distractions.
Okay.
It's like you can't, it's like, I don't know. You just think of any job where you have to use your hands to do it.
Right.
And imagine saying like, I'm gonna do this job with a cell phone in my hand. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So like when you talk about music, what music really is, and what making records really is capturing the moment.
Right.
So it's hard to capture a moment when you're not free of distractions.
Yeah.
So particularly when the moment is like how you feel. It's just like this conversation right here. This conversation will never happen again. Like we might talk again, but this moment right here will never happen again.
Wow.
Like this is
that's deep.
Like this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it for this moment. So imagine, something compromises this moment. It wouldn't be the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get it. I definitely get that. I totally get that. This moment, I live in the moments. I love the fact that I'm able to talk on Pep Talk and kick it with artists like you. And for you to say that, that's really big. I like to live in the moments. And I know we probably won't talk again, but I hope we do. But right now that I have you, I'm in the moment with you. I'm in this moment right now. It's important to me because I get to pick your brain. I get to see you as an artist and as a person. So that's why we created Pep Talk, to get to pick your brain and see, okay, as an artist, what you're thinking. Because most people don't know what you guys are thinking unless they having a conversation like this with you. They don't know.
Right.
So I get to pick Antoine's Dunn brain and see where he's coming from, where he's definitely coming from. I have my... Huh? What you said?
There it is.
There it is. Yes. You got... Wait a minute. You got some things coming up, though. You're playing in Houston on November the 27th. Given the tragedy of Astro World in Houston, in the Houston area, how do you think the vibe will be different from previous concerts, and how do you plan to approach it?
Yeah, that's a great question. The one thing that I think, first and foremost, man, definitely, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of all the people who lost loved ones. I think that nobody expects to go to a concert and never come home. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And no parent ever really expects to send their child to a concert and not see them again. You know what I'm saying? Alive. So, there's some heavy stuff going on in Houston. So we definitely, as a global community of music lovers and creators, man, want to keep them people lifted up in prayer, man.
Definitely.
But to get back to answer your question, I think Sugars is a smaller venue. You know what I mean? It's more of a supper club type of vibe. So you're gonna have tables and things of that sort, which is great for the fans. Because it's like, you don't have to do the whole standing room thing. Yeah. You can sit down, have you a cocktail, listen to some good music, get you a bite to eat. So I think that the setup of Sugars, really provides a safe environment for concert goers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that the executive staff over there are taking measures to make sure that the shows are safe. So
we're excited about that show. I think I'm gonna send some people down there to actually pick some tickets up. What can we pick? Is it tickets, or how people can come and see this show? Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So it is a ticketed event. If you want to get a table, you know what I'm saying. So tables are being sold. You have tables of 2, tables of 4, and you have a bigger party. Just call ahead. So tickets are available at sugarscajun.com/events. Those of us on a record label side, HarveyMarieRecords.com/tour. And you'll be able to see where the tickets are. So it's great, man. It's gonna be a great show. It's affordable. It's gonna be a holiday weekend. So we expecting a good turnout, man. So anybody watching who's in the Houston area, anybody in the Houston area, make sure that they come and check out the show. It's gonna be great. Yeah,
I know it's gonna be great. I might pop in and steal that hat of yours, man. I know you got a hat collection that's crazy. You're something else with these hats, I must say. If you just tuned in or you're not watching or if you're just listening, I mean, Antoine, man, I know his hat collection is something else. It's something else. Talk to us talk to us about, what do you prefer? Do you prefer performing live, or do you, is that something you love, performing live? Because I see you did a acoustics. Is that how you pronounce that? Yeah, you did that, and I seen
acoustic. I did like a acoustic.
Yeah. I thought that was great, man. That was brilliant. Talk to us about that, man. Do you love that moment, being able to, be in front of the fans and how they react towards you? What is that feeling like?
Man, that's a great feeling. I think that moment can't really be compared to any other moment as an artist. Like each moment is proprietary, in my own opinion. Like I feel like, like if I write a song right now, say Nobody's Here, I write a song.
Mm-hmm.
There's something like intrinsically special and just like uniquely special about that will not compare to the live thing. And then there are live things that are so special that they can't compare to the studio thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you're performing live, it's a real conversation.
Yeah.
It's tennis. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got the audience on one side of the net, and you're on one side, and you hit the ball over there, and they hit it back to you.
I love that. That's good.
Sometimes they hit it harder, and you're like, oh man, they look really like that. And other times they barely tap that bug, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna try that one again.
Right.
But yeah, I think performing live is amazing because moments like this happen where you talk to the people, and you give them a chance to kind of see who you are as a person, because preceding that, a lot of people don't really know who you are. They know your work, and they know how they react to your work, and they know their interpretation of your work.
Mm-hmm.
But their interpretation of your work and why you wrote it or what it really means, it's two different things oftentimes, and they don't even get a chance to hear that until they come to a show, until they hear you talk about it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, this is my next question. You have been outwardly open about politics on social media. Do you think that the artists should brand themselves as apolitical or be open like you? Why or why not?
I generally, I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself to be political.
Right.
However, there's certain things that are just skewed towards the truth that I will comment on. Like, I'll give you an example. Kyrie Irving posted a clip, and he was talking about the whole vaccination thing and all of this. And I thought what was really cool and commendable about his whole approach, he never demonized anybody. He never said, like, I believe this and I want everybody to believe what I believe. And he never said to those people who believe X, y'all the devil or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, And something like that, I'll post stuff like that, and I shared that, and I just said, like, I'm proud of this brother right here for really taking a position of love. Like, it wasn't really a stance of like, I agree with this or I don't agree with this, or it was more so like, man, we got people in our families that we don't even like, but we love them anyway.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is so true.
And so I just certain things I'll comment on, but for the most part, I'm kind of careful about my page. Some things particularly that are just so egregious, you experience the pain of those things, the outcomes of certain cases or things like that, which seem, on the surface in America, it seems like a racial thing. That's just because of the environment we're in. It's not a racial thing. It's a spiritual thing, and it's a good versus evil thing, but it's manifested on a racial platform. Right. Because that's what America kind of is sometimes. So, throughout the pandemic and some of the things that went on, there were certain things I just, there's no way I couldn't say anything because it's like, if you can't see the truth in this, I mean, if you don't see it's a problem with this, then you could be part of the problem. But it's not my job to say if somebody's a part of the problem. Yes. It's my job to just bring awareness to the multiple perspectives that exist, so that people can say, hey, I could choose one of those perspectives. Yeah. So that was a long-winded answer. Sorry, there was no short version.
No, man, we on Pep Talk, man. We kicking it. This is why we created Pep Talk, so we can have platforms. So we can have this type of platform. You can come on, you can kick it, take your hat off if you want. You can, let your hair down a little bit and kick it with me, man. I didn't bring you on Pep Talk for nothing else but the energy. That's what I like. The energy. Speaking about, let's talk more. Let's talk more about your posting, because you speak about posting. You post a lot of yummies and good-looking food on Instagram. What is your favorite recipe that you like?
Oh my gosh, man!
I see all those yummies on Instagram you be posting on there, man. You got some good-looking food on there, boy.
I appreciate that, man. I really do enjoy cooking.
You do?
I think I do. These days, I've been on this Alfredo kick,
Okay,
so
put us on.
Different Alfredos,
Okay.
Or I'll even do like a steak and shrimp with asparagus, but I'll do like a Alfredo sauce. This kind of has a drizzle. Ooh. Maybe some mashed potatoes,
You making me hungry right now. You make me want to go get some Alfredo, man. Come on, now. That's why. I love it. So is that your passion? That's your second passion, cooking? It's kind of weird. I think that was a weird question, though. I mean, I'm not making it a black or white thing, but
No, I don't think it's a weird question. No question is weird, man. I think, quite honestly, I'm just passionate. I'm a passionate person.
Right. Right.
Like, insert the period.
Okay. I
don't give a fuck what I'm doing. Like, excuse my language. I don't know if we can touch on it, but
no, you're good.
And and I don't, I like to keep my brand pretty clean, but every once in a while,
there's nothing wrong with it, Antoine. There's nothing wrong with it.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm just passionate about everything.
Right.
You could say, hey, Antoine, man, can you take my car to the car wash? And I'm gonna dry your car off the same way
you would dry your own. Yo, whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Or anything. It don't matter what it is. Like, that's how I get down. How I do anything is how I do everything. And that's just what it is. So it's hard for me to separate kind of like what I'm passionate about, because I am passionate, period.
I love that. Come on, Antoine. I mean, I know we came to kick it, but can we get a little sample of something on them keys over there, man? Before we go out, before we leave, just a little sample, just a little taste.
Anything is possible.
Oh, I love it. Pep Talk, yes. If you just tuned in, Antoine's in the building. He gonna give us a little touch of something real quick. I love it. I love it. I love it. You go, man. You go, man. When you're talented like that, man, what's stopping you? Ain't nothing stopping you. Definitely nothing stopping you. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Speaking of more music, let's get into some more music, man. I got to play my favorite before we close out, Antoine. I must say, Can't Forget, man. I got to play Can't Forget, man. I mean, I know it's 5 years back, but we got to flash it back every now and then, baby.
Man, it's new to anybody who ain't heard it, man.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Let's get into Can't Forget. We're going to close it out. And like I said, this is Pep Talk, man. I'm D Mole kicking it with Antoine Dunn. He's in the building. This is Can't Forget. I love that right there. Man, that's in my playlist, bro. That ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm traveling with that. I'm going to Florida. I'm going all across the world with that right there. I love that right there. I ain't gonna lie. I love that song, man. Do you got more up-tempo songs like this on a new album? Yeah? Oh, I'm buying it. I'm downloading it. Yeah, I can't wait till it drops.
Yeah, man. Everybody gotta pick up that everything record, man. There's always new music coming too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always new music that's coming. So, but I think what's interesting is that for me, you feel things that are slower. They're more intimate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I even talk slow. People be like, "Hey man, will you hurry up? Like, will you get to the point?" And it's like, "Nah, man, I can't. You can't rush art, baby. You can't rush art." It's like you looking at art, you listening to art, and it's gotta come out at the right pace, man, so that people get it. Yeah. It's the appropriate time for being up and all of that. And ballad don't necessarily mean sad, too.
Well, educate me. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Yeah. Because I always thought that. I'm not going to lie. I always thought that.
Yeah, no, I mean, just because a song is slower don't necessarily mean it's sad. It probably means it might be more serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily sad, but I think the subject matter just might lend itself to like the faster the song is, the more likely it is that you ain't even listening to the words. Because it's about the beat. And so, there are people who even go back and they pull up the lyrics to, songs that are, upbeat. And they're like, man, I never even knew this song was about that.
I ain't gonna lie.
You one of them.
I'm one of them. Because I hear the chorus and the beat and then a little bit of the verse and I'm sold if it's hot. And then later on, when I'm like, okay, let me go to the lyrics because I want to put some of this lyrics on a post. Because that's what I do, Antoine. I'll take your song. If you go on Facebook, man, you all on my Facebook. I'll take your song and the lyrics of your song, whatever's meaningful, I put it in a post with your video. That's what I do. I'm true to this. I love music, man. I love music. I really do. I'm really, really in tune to this. So when I get on Pep Talk and I kick it with you guys, I don't care who's in the queue. I don't care how many people come in. I do not care. It's for me. It's for me, bro. I'm 48 years old. You understand what I'm saying? I've been listening to music ever since I was a youngin'. You know what I mean? So music saved me. My hashtag is #music saved me. It did. Took me out a lot of stuff. So when you come on a Pep Talk, man, I'm coming to kick it with you as an artist. That's it. Because I'm in tune to what you're doing. It's not many people if I bring you up on Pep Talk, that's what it is. I'm in tune to what you're doing. I like what you're doing. I feel the music. I feel the passion. That's why I want you on Pep Talk. With that being said, can you close the show out? Let everybody know where they can follow you at, where they can get all the merch, things of that nature. Talk to the people.
Absolutely, man. I encourage everybody, number one, go and pick up the new single. It's called Lose It All. It's available on all platforms. Antoine Dunn, Lose It All. Pick up my new album. It's called Everything. I'm going to show you what those look like.
We getting it first.
So this is kind of what they looking like. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you pick that up. It's called Everything. Antoine Dunn, Everything. Then follow me on Instagram at I am Antoine Dunn. And if you want to buy, a physical copy of the CD, we do have like autographed copies. You can get those at harveymarierecords.com/shop. Again, harveymarierecords.com/shop. So, we really would absolutely love all the music lovers out there. We love your support. Harvey Marie Records is my baby. It's my label. It's definitely a legacy project. I'm sure next time I come on, we could talk about that. But we're doing some amazing things over here, and we love you guys' support. So again, follow me on Instagram at I am Antoine Dunn. Check out that new music video, Lose It All, on YouTube. When all else fails, just go to Google, type in Antoine Dunn, and see what comes up.
Man, we definitely appreciate you, Antoine. We definitely appreciate you, and I must say, we have come to the closing of this segment. Antoine Dunn stopped in the building, delivered all that greatness. Go check him out. Go follow him on all social media platforms. I'm D. Molay, and most importantly, I would like to say thanks to the label for showing us love, man. Harvey Music over there, man. We wish you guys nothing but greatness, man. And keep doing what you're doing, man. You on that right path, my brother. I'm D. Molay, and I'm signing off.
Yo, this is Antoine Dunn, and I'm rocking with my man D. Molay on Pep Talk. Make sure y'all always tune in for the most hot exclusive interviews all day, every day. There it is.